Hey, what's up? Zen, Justin, Brian, Winter, Kyle. How are y'all doing? Shit's about to get real. Jeepster, hello.
Attention, Nick Fleet from Jupiter Station Waybe arriving at port 23 Veille 296 en lunar cycle Waybe reset at 6 AM standard. Attention,
Dude, it's late, Justin. I'm proud of you staying up this late. It's past your bedtime. Razvan, hello. Good morning. New week, new thumbnail. Is this the stuff you normally draw for Cyberpunk stuff? Huh? Sure, yeah. Zeb, what's up? Adam Harris, hello. Is this the stuff you normally... yeah, sure. Everything is normal. I think everything that I do is what I normally do. I bounce around so much that there's not like a thing that I normally do. I guess studies. That's a normal thing I do. But not when I have a composition. Oh, no, the stuff I do at work is quite different. Do you know the game Destiny? It's quite different from this. Really nice music, yeah. I'm gonna get all the copyright, all the mean copyright emails because of it. But I don't care. Oh yeah. Copyright warnings pretty much every week. I get all these copyright warnings. They don't do anything. It just means I can't like monetize on that video, which I'm sure some point down the line I'm gonna regret. But right now I don't really care. I avoid it here and there, but I don't live and die on it. So we'll just say that. Like, I'm okay with breaking the law once in a while. It's not even a law. Breaking the law, breaking the law. Maybe at some point I'll just mute all of my streams from the past, so there's no audio at all, and then I can monetize on it. But then like no one can hear what I'm saying. They can just see your text scrolling, and that's about it. Scott, thank you so much for coming by. Thank you for watching. They'll never shut me down. I'm not big enough to get shut down. Well, I guess in that case, if I'm small, then they might shut me down. But I don't know. No one's coming after me. And then we'll just have to be on Twitch all the time. Which, it's like, I keep saying I want to do a Twitch only stream. I've just been saying it, but I haven't actually done it yet. Maybe this weekend will be the weekend I actually do it. Stuff always comes up and I just don't, I end up not doing it. I swear I will do it. Yeah, Twitch. No, they don't ban. Even the email, it says, you know, it says, don't worry, you're not in trouble. You just can't monetize. And that means somebody else can monetize on my video. Because I'm using music that is copywritten by somebody else. Yeah, it seems all good. It's just, it just kind of sucks that maybe one day I'll want to monetize and there'll be a ton of videos that I can't. It's not like YouTube really gives you that much anyways. I don't think I'd be missing out on that much. I don't get like hundreds of thousands of views or anything, so I really don't have to worry about it. Make music composer friends. Yeah, that's true. I tried royalty-free music, but it's just not that good. I think what we're listening to now is a mix of actual Blade Runner soundtrack and some of this guy's own music mixed in. It's kind of weird. And then he put like a rainstorm sounds over top of it. It's all moody. It's kind of cool. No, but Zen, this is definitely not the kind of sci-fi I do for work. Not at all. This would be a fun change of pace. Like retro future noir would be awesome. Already a little better. His head was really jacked up. It's still a little jacked up. Duh. He looks like a weird looking kid in the original. It's like paintings are like actively trying to be bad paintings, and you have to like work at it to make it not bad. It's like everything's fighting against you. So you gotta take it from a shoddy state and make it work. Alright, I'm gonna pull the layers back and start working on adding in some color. No, he doesn't need umbrella. Hell no. He likes the rain. Yay, color. Yeah, there will be some color for sure. Huh. About that. Color. About that. Now you want some rain? Yeah, I've kind of missed the rain. Living in Southern California, you just don't get rain like you do elsewhere. Pretty much anywhere else in this country. That's one thing I do miss, is having rainstorms. Super hardcore. Have you ever tried other styles like Sergei Koltsov? I guess if I tried to do that, I would just be like a cheaper, not as good Sergei Koltsov, and I don't want to do that. I like what he does, and I'm inspired by it, but I don't try to like copy like styles. I think about my artwork more as like trying different processes or methods, trying to focus on one thing or another, and trying different genres. That's kind of my approach. I don't really think about style a whole lot. I would argue that like style's not really a thing in my work. I don't know, maybe it is, maybe it isn't, but I guess it just depends on how you see it. I just don't think about it. I think it's cool what they do though. Huge fan. Just I would be a pale imitation. I more look at that work and go like, oh, I like the color choice, or I like the, you know, the composition, or stuff like that. That's the kind of stuff I think about. You're already getting snow in Colorado? Damn. It's probably really cold there. Mr. Craig Mullins. It's been a while, yeah? Well, virtual plein air, those images are sometimes the images are so flat you want to like put some life into it, so you like exaggerate. And there's already a bit of distortion in the Google Street View, so sometimes you work that distortion in as well, and it kind of takes like sort of a plain flat image and turns it into, try to turn it into something a little bit exciting. What I'm painting right now probably doesn't look all that exciting, but I'm painting in color with each layer at a time, and I'm not painting this background like thinking about all the little details and things that are in there. I just want to block in a rough palette, sort of plan out my steps, and I'm painting this background with the rest of the image in mind. Like, I don't want to go too detailed. I just want to get like ish, you know, sort of like the mood and feeling and some of the colors, and I'm keeping the values like incredibly restrained. Like, I could go way darker, and I probably will later, but I really care more about just blocking in the mood. That's more important right now. I guess it'll make more sense when it's all in context. Oh, so you're pretty high up in the mountains, Zeb. I can imagine. So I kind of planned out in my little sketch little details, even though this looks like nothing. This gray blobs, but I think I know in my mind what I want to be there. Ish. Sort of. Are the grayscale layers visible in the final image? No. I think the grayscales, I'll definitely be repainting or painting over all of them. But I have them on separate layers, so... which I should probably move on to this. I have them all in separate layers, so it's... and I didn't detail any of them at all, so it's very easy to change them into color. I think one issue that I see pretty often is like the gray scale, or like the black and white value thumbnail is like super detailed, and then when the person wants to go to color, it's daunting because like they've already spent so much time and energy in the grayscale. There's a lot of detail that it doesn't work, or at least it's really frustrating, because like eventually what you're gonna have to do is you're gonna have to repaint all that that you put down. So I've just gotten used to keeping my grayscale like all with hard brush really flat, and then on separate layers, so it's very, very easy to work back into it with color. Once I kind of have the relative value, I just stick sort of within that value range. And then I can just, when I'm doing this, I can just really only think about my color, my palette, the kinds of colors I want to use. I don't have to think about much else. Yeah, no problem. You know, different artists work in different ways, so it'd be fun to see how Peter Moorbacher works. I like his work. I just like to, I don't like to be precious about my image. I say that a lot. I just like to get in and kind of get dirty. Just get going right away and then like adjust things as I see them. It's fun. I just lose patience. That's the thing. I'm like really impatient. Yeah, a lot of people from Colorado here. It's a lot to think about at this stage. That's why I'm like getting quiet now. I want to like make some actual decisions about what's going on and not just put marks down just for the sake of it. Like that's hard to do that and talk. I don't know what else to say. It's like trying to figure out myself what's happening, because it's like taking a sort of an abstract set of marks and then turning it into something. It's sort of that same process, and I want to I want to turn my mess into something, but I don't want to like overdo it and overthink it and over detail too. So there's a bit of a balance I'm trying to come up with in my head, because the idea is to be really efficient because it's a short stream. Has the stream helped me paint faster? don't know about that. I don't know if it's helped me paint faster. It's helped me to talk and paint. And also, it's taught me to kind of relax while I'm painting in front of other people. Sort of. And also, it's kind of taught me to just kind of trust myself and let things go and not care. That's a hard thing to do. Because you're always like, when you're painting, you're always inside your own head sometimes. Especially if you're doing something a little bit outside your comfort level or your comfort zone, or you're doing a process that you're not used to doing. It's easy to just kind of like get in your own head about decisions. So yeah, doing this is like, because there's sort of a time constraint on it, it kind of forces me to just make a decision and just roll with it. And it doesn't matter if that doesn't work. Because, you know, you guys won't judge me, right? I've made some not so great images on stream. So I think by doing that, it's kind of helped me like, hey, well, at least it's not as bad as that one time when I really screwed it up. Ninja BR, what's up? Thanks for the follow. Yeah, so it's like, oh, that wasn't as bad as that other time. Like the cave painting, or I don't know. There's some streams that I'm still like, god damn, that didn't work. Nothing worked. And I didn't have enough time to figure it out. You just have days like that. But I've learned to be more efficient, I guess. So efficient equals fast, yeah. And that's in that aspect, yeah. Yeah, everyone is telling me what to add, and I like to hear what you guys think, or what you want added, or if something looks better, like that looks better than that, or whatever. It's nice to get that like immediate feedback, but sometimes it's like, I'm just gonna do what I want. Sorry guys, I got a plan in mind. I guess that's the thing, right? It's like if you got a plan, like you can paint efficiently. As long as your brain is ahead of your hand movements, then you're okay. But if your hand starts to get ahead of your brain and your hand is starting to make decisions that your brain can't catch up with, then that's when the problems start. And going on stream and talking and painting, it's very common that my hand will get ahead of my brain, because my hand's still moving, but my brain is talking and thinking about something else. And it's late for me. So we're like exercising that, I guess, muscle. I've gotten better at. And that's yeah. I think I've gotten better. I don't know. You guys are always keeping me in check, I guess. Yeah, I mean, you know, you know, you're always your harshest critic, right? You're always hard on yourself. And in some ways you should be, as long as it's not unhealthy, or if it's keeping you from being productive, then that's not good. It should motivate you. Some nondescript blobs. Or indiscriminate blobs, I should say. I should probably have a little bit of color dynamics on, even though it's going to slow down my brush. Happy accidents. Yeah. I don't know, that cave painting I just didn't really have, I didn't have a plan, so I was just kind of rolling with it. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, I wonder what your best one is if those are bad. The Zelda painting? I don't know. There's a lot of parts to that I don't like.
66,000 miles per hour, 0 vital eccentricity, 0.017.
I don't know. I don't like talking in the music. No talking. Okay. Zelda, there's some things in the Zelda painting I don't like. I just don't like. And I actually have a version of it where I painted over that image because I was looking at it because I was gonna print it out, and I was making changes on it because it's like the horse anatomy looks off and that's a weird thing there, blah blah blah, and I was just like picking it apart still. But it's done. I'm not gonna like re-upload it or change it or anything. It is what it is. You just move on. Are they on ArtStation? Well, I think most of the images that I found acceptable are on ArtStation. I updated my ArtStation not too long ago. It should be fairly up to date, though not completely.
Attention, repli compensant chez Win, hypermité d'un taux de City Zone. Mise rapport et violation, CKD 3301 millions d'ALR.
I like this French talking robot though. I'll accept that. I don't want English speaking lady. French talking robot sounds good. What image do I think is the best ever? I don't really think about it like that. I don't really think about any of my work like that. I only see the things that I can prove on. There's not like one image where I'm like, ah, yeah, that was good. Usually the way that it goes is I start by working on it, and then I go, oh, it's getting somewhere, and then I immediately go, wow, I hate this thing, and then I'm just like, alright, well, I'm done. And then, you know, at best later, I'll look at it and go, yeah, I guess that was okay. It wasn't as bad as I thought it was. You know, that's at best. Most of the time I'm just like, eh, whatever, moving on. I don't want to think about it. There's things, or if I think about it, then I'll realize all the things that were wrong with it that I need to fix. And then I'll just take that energy towards the next image. I think a lot of stuff that I did on stream are not really portfolio images, like the stuff on here. I mean, they might be a start, like if I go back and I finish it, but you know, this is not enough time to actually make a nice full illustration. But I like being sketchy and just kind of throwing ideas down. And then if I like something about it, I'll continue it in like a full finished painting. So I do a lot of like sketchy quick stuff. You got vocoders, noobs giving advice. With Donald Trump chatting along, was that? Were you referring to the time when Donald Trump was on stream? Thanks, Seb. I'm glad you're enjoying it. Honestly, what makes like any stream fun is like the chat interaction and like you guys chatting with each other. I think that's the best part of literally any stream, and you see that a lot in gaming streams because they're playing a video game. It's like you can look at the chat and respond while you're playing a video game. It's not that hard. But unfortunately, when you look at a lot of painting streams, it's kind of dead quiet because like it should be when you're working, because you're thinking, and if you're not thinking, then you're making a horrible image. So it's been a challenge because I want to have like more interaction than normal, but I also want to make an okay image, and sometimes like I have to like shut up for a while and stop reading chat just so I can like think about what I'm doing. It's a hard thing to do, honestly. So that's the skill I wanted to build by doing this. So come at me, bro, with the Donald Trumps and the noobs in chat and vocoders. I'll try it. We'll see how it goes. As I paint these blobby cars. Plus, like, I have this feeling with the stream is like, I could just photo bash the shit out of this thing, and I could probably do that, and I do that pretty well. I do that at work all the time. But I've been kind of enjoying with like forcing myself to paint everything out. As if it wasn't a challenge enough, I feel like, oh, I'm gonna not use photo textures as well and just paint everything and figure out how to efficiently put everything down. Ugh. I always like to do things the harder way. It's just the way I was raised, I suppose. Yeah, last week's image was fun. You'll try not to harass me every 10 seconds. Oh, it's fine. It's a challenge. Yeah, I'm glad you guys are helping each other on Discord. That's pretty sweet. I hope it stays peaceful and it's good. And people are encouraged and motivated. I think that's awesome. I want nothing but total positive vibes. You dealt with the person? I don't go on there that much, so I don't know who the person is, so I'd rather stay out of it. Plus then you guys are free to talk shit. And I won't even know it. Oh, the weekly challenge. Yep, absolutely. Well, you guys got an extra week on it, so hopefully there's some more people that took advantage of that. I will certainly look at it tonight. Alright, that's enough for those blobs. I don't even know how this image is like turning out because I'm working on it layer by layer like this. I think I'm going a little too dark so far. Good thing we've got levels here. But shit, it should be a little dark, right? What values are we at here? Let's do a value check. It's not terrible. Yeah, it's... well, I got that on, that's why. Even still, it's not that bad. It's a little dark. So much darker than what I had before. You can see the value difference there. But I am trying to be really, really restrained with my values, so should keep it lighter. Oh well. Let's just quickly blob these guys in. Smoky smoke. And my dude. And my bars. Okay. That's why I didn't want to detail too much, because a lot of that stuff in the background is just going to get covered anyways. No point in wasting time detailing that. I only want to detail the areas that are actually going to be visible. Now, I rendered my dude out a little bit, but I could try this. We'll see if this works. Just do an old color balance adjustment. I'll probably put a strong light on his coat. And then for his face, I'm going to do overlay. Just cause. Yeah, Discord, check it out. S. Will Height. Lots of positivity. It's like a Will Smith album, just full of positivity. This stick man is way in the foreground. Yeah, the Discord is active at all times. I'm only a Wednesday night person, so if you want to join the after party. That's on the Discord. Maybe like a cool light above. I thought about doing like a bright red light, but maybe it's just maybe I don't want to distract too much. Yeah, something like that. So hopefully what I was saying earlier about keeping everything simple in the background makes sense now while everything's together. It's so easy to get carried away with those details in the background. And I will get carried away with some of them, but not all of them. One day I should do Photo Bash. Yeah, I will. But I think like the problem with it is that there's going to be a lot of time where I'm looking at images and not painting, and you guys won't see that, and it's a little less interesting. If you ask me, I would think. But watching somebody paint kind of from nothing to something is probably more exciting to watch. Not to say I'll never do it, it's just I don't want to be digging around for photos. I do that enough anyways, just looking for reference. Because if I'm painting everything out, I need really good reference. Tully, oh my god, Blade Runner. Yeah, what's up? Oh, I finally saw that anime that you were talking about, the Blade Runner short. It's pretty cool. The wife and I are gonna go see it on Friday, so hopefully it won't disappoint. If I do more fan art next week. Yeah. Yeah, I'll probably do more images. I did an image. I worked on an image last night. I put it on my Instagram. But it's of the same mood, I guess. And I want to have this image sort of connect to it in a way. So the main female figure I'm gonna put right here. So there's a story going on, guys. So he's being a creeper, pursuing her for some reason. So Broyam, what's up? Love your painting. It's going now. If it's okay, I'd like to ask some advice. I've been sketching and my sketchbook recently, much more than painting digitally. That's cool. I want to improve my painting, but I just haven't got the feeling to. Is that okay, or should I push myself into it? I mean, you do what you want. Like, it just depends on what you want to do. If you're just having fun, then you don't have to. No one's telling you have to paint. If you like sketching in your sketchbook, then keep doing that. I think that's awesome. I think you'll learn a lot by doing that too. Drawing in your sketchbook, and you'll generate ideas fast. I think that's a good way to go. Now, if you wish to learn painting, then you should do some painting in between. Maybe paint one of the drawings that you did in your sketchbook, or attempt to at least. If you don't like digital, then do start learning gouache and watercolor. Those are two great mediums, traditional mediums for painting. I like this out of nowhere green light. I think I want to make some of these umbrellas transparent too. I think that would be cool. Ken07, what's up? Apostle, how you doing? Yeah, it has been a while, hasn't it? So you've been pretty busy, huh? It's one of those thinking moments right now. You've been painting as always. How about me? I've been doing all right. That's exactly what I'm doing. I kind of had blobs to begin with, and now, you know, at this point I was only thinking about composition and value, and then I'm improving those blobs by improving the value and adding some color to it, and then eventually I'll chisel them into more recognizable forms. At least that's the idea, right? But I'm still planning and figuring out what this image is. And I'm wondering about their faces, these people's faces. Maybe you should have a mask. Do I get annoyed by the Photoshop interface? No, I mean I could maybe slide this over a bit more. I just only look at it like this bit at a time, and then that's why I do a lot of zooming out. And I also have, to see the whole image, I have my navigator window. I have that on my other monitor, so that's always there in front of me. So if I kind of want to get a view of the entire image, I just look up at that. So I'm looking up at my other monitor a lot. I just want to compare and contrast. And flipping the image a lot kind of helps get a fresh look at it too. I gotta apply this levels to everything or else it's gonna keep screwing me up. Have you ever read the comic Blake and Mortimer? No. This reminds you of it. That's cool. Kyle, do you ever have bad days at work? Do you find the dream job is still fun to go to? I hope that isn't a rude question. You know, a job can feel like a job sometimes. I don't know. Like I've answered this question before in different ways, but it's like, if I'm ever feeling like I don't know what I'm doing at work, that probably means I have a lack of either information or motivation. If it's a lack of information, then I just need to go ask somebody more info about what I'm working on. If it's a lack of motivation, I guess I have different ways of dealing with that. Maybe take a break, go for a little walk around the parking lot, do a little warm-up sketch, as I often do. I could try a different medium, like maybe block it out in 3D or use a different method, you know. Maybe draw it out on paper. I've done that before. Just get some coffee. Get some coffee and try again. The thing is, like, when you're working, it's like you can't just like do nothing. You gotta do something. So I like to break my tasks down into simpler, more manageable steps. So if it's like, well, okay, I need to find reference, or maybe I'll find some inspiration and reference, and then as I do that, I'm like, okay, that's cool, and then I suddenly get more inspired to do it, more motivated to do it. I guess after years of working in games, I've kind of I don't really have days like that very often. I find I can just get into that kind of zone. Well, I wouldn't say every day, but most times. You just kind of learn different ways to get yourself into that focused mindset. Yeah, I've been doing this 8 years, so it's a job. So you know, you do what you got to do. It's the bottom line. And I feel like if you've been a very good and productive concept artist, and you've had a lot of wins per se with the company, like you've done a lot of good stuff and people recognize that, then, you know, having a slow few days or a day or two is, no one's gonna hold it against you. It's fine. You know, things come up in life, so might not be feeling well or whatever. It's not like like I never got a feeling with any of the places I worked where it's like a factory where you're chained to the desk and you have to produce. It's not really like that. It's usually a little bit more relaxed than that. People are flexible in game studios. But yeah, especially outside of crunch time. I'm painting out all these weird light patterns. I don't even know if that looks good. Not sure about that. I need to like sell perspective a little bit better in this image. So something like that maybe. Landscape architecture, that sounds awesome. That's cool. Looks unbalanced. I don't know. Good thing is it's on a separate layer. Maybe it just needs a little reduction. Well, there's got to be a lot of lights. Do you ever feel like you know enough? I would like to start going into my paintings with confidence. No, you never feel like you know enough. At least I never feel like I know enough. It's even funny to even think about it like that. No, there's no way I would ever feel that way. Like I know enough. I mean, maybe you know enough to do the task that you're being asked to do. There's that. Like, okay, I know how I'll handle this, but just about art in general, hell no. Like, you're always gonna be learning. You should always have the. Like, I feel like I'm a student. Like, I still have the same feeling that I had like when I was in art school as a student. Yoru, hello. You know nothing, Jon Snow. Well, thank you, Yoru. Thank you for dropping by. I know. Stephen Hawking is back.
Speed of light 299,792,458 meters per second.
I need to separate these layers.
Distance from the sun 92,957,200.
I need to separate the one layer out into two because it's annoying me. God, stupid robot voice is back.
0.017.
Go away.
Tropical, yeah.
Ugh. See, these noises are directly from the movie, so I wonder if I'll get a copyright email because of this. I probably will. I'll probably get a lot. They just like barrage your inbox with those copyright emails. Because they do it for like every song and sometimes many times on the same song. And then when you have so many videos, they don't happen all at once, it happens over time. So I'm still getting emails from videos that I did a long time ago. Well, like earlier this year. It's crazy. Did I see the movie? No, man, it's not out here yet. I'm gonna go Friday. The wife and I are gonna go see it. Yeah, I need to sell perspective.
Attention, Netflix from Jupiter Station est arriving maintenant 23 296 en lunar cycle.
Is it just repeating now? I already heard French talking robot.
Les rapports et nivelations, cycle de 3301 millions d'ALR, offline.
There we go. Those layers were bothering me. Guys, I hate layers. I really do. Oh, Zen is the helpful one. Do you have any advice on how to improve perspective? Trying to learn theory and stuff? Ah, oh yeah? You understood the French? I mean, there's probably some good tutorials on learning perspective and understanding it. Like I don't really know much about it. I mean, about the tutorials. Like, I think I have a pretty solid fundamental understanding of perspective. I don't really have any tutorials like that. I don't know if somebody can help you out with that, where to look, but you know, there's got to be some good resources out there for it. So. I took a very, very intensive structural drawing class when I was in college, and I never forgot it. You know, I never forgot perspective. And then I think now it's just like, I don't know, it's all muscle memory, I guess, for me now. I try not to focus too much on perspective, but it happens. It just kind of happens automatically for me, I guess. But that, I mean, that's like many, many years of thinking about it, I guess. So I'm the last person you want to talk about with perspective, because I'm just gonna say, don't worry about it. But I guess I can only say that because I've spent so many years like working it out and trying to fully understand it, that at a certain point you don't have to think about it then. So I would just give bad advice. You should learn correct perspective. I just think about it like, oh, I gotta sell perspective in this image. Selling perspective is not necessarily having perfect perspective. It's two different things. Draw cubes for 8 hours a day. You know, that's how Kim Jong-gi, that's his like, his fundamental method is drawing cubes at various perspectives, and then drawing like, blocking out how you would draw an animal, like a dog, in cubes, in like a rectangular cube at varying perspectives. I don't know, he's got a whole method on how he does that. It's interesting. Seems like the place in the background where I went the laziest is actually a place where I need to figure out. Oops. A place that I really need to kind of figure out what's going on. Isn't that how it is? Oh, thank you, Yoru. Scott Robertson's How to Draw is very good. Yeah, Scott Robertson's really good. He's got good fundamental tutorials. Very practical, like industrial design point of view. Where perspective is very serious for him. Very, very serious. Don't joke around about perspective. What is industrial design? It's design work for a product. So you're making design or a blueprint for a specific product. So like people that come up with car designs, that's not only are they coming up with a cool car design, sometimes concept designs, car concept designs are crazy and futuristic looking, but then like actual car design is, it takes into account so much about efficiency, about the manufacturing costs, different materials. It gets really, it's very technical and complex. Industrial design could be designing a new napkin dispenser or some new product that will make your life easier. It's for industry. Unless somebody here who is an industrial designer, maybe they know better, but I don't know. That's the way I see it. You did a bit of designing enclosures for medical devices. That's cool. So I know some people, like I had a teacher who did do, he like designed the napkin dispenser that it's like I don't know, it's, you've probably seen it and you've probably used it several times. I don't know they really make them like that anymore. They've changed a bit. But he did that one design and he was like getting residual pay for that one design. Every time it was being made, he would get a residual. Like just a few pennies on the dollar. But it was so much money that he like didn't have to work anymore. So he just like, he just decided to start teaching because he liked teaching. And then he just started collecting weird AM radios or ham radios and I don't know. Started getting into weird shit, but yeah, he made so much money just off the one design. It's pretty crazy. Jeremy was wondering how you can balance drawing and painting. How would you approach it? For me, like, I kind of see them as one and the same. Just, this is all personal. Like, I don't know. Maybe other people have different opinions on it, but I paint like I draw, and I draw like I paint, sort of. Or even when I'm drawing, I'm kind of considering shape. I don't really think of line the same way, but I'm not really like a line art heavy person, so as you can see, like all my images, I might use line just to block out shapes, but that's about it. I don't really do line for just the sake of having good line work. I totally appreciate artists that do that, I just don't do that. So for me, it's like one and the same. If you saw my sketchbook, it would be kind of ugly. Not ugly, I don't know. It would just be like shape-based ideas. From napkins? Yeah. He did a napkin. It was a napkin dispenser. It's pretty cool. No, it's actually really lame, but he made a lot of money doing that. He got a really good deal. He's a really old dude, but he could retire from that. Alright. By the way, are you doing Inktober? No. I might do like one Inktober if I feel like it. Do I make residuals on work? No. No. I think that's unfortunate. I mean, I don't know. I got good bonus, pretty decent bonus checks from Bethesda when I was working on Elder Scrolls, but no residuals, no. Yeah, I keep painting zoomed out. That's just what I do, so I can see the whole image while I'm making a decision. So, I mean, there's some details, not much. I don't want to detail too much. Just keep it loose. It's not about the details, it's about It's kind of just more about where the details are, you know. Jolly Walrus. Nice name. Do you have any tips on keeping light consistency? Do you paint in passes? First direct the light, bounce light, include shadow, on and on. Yeah, I guess. With a big image, it's hard to like. It's hard for me to stay focused and do one light at a time for an entire image. So I do it kind of based on object. So like the car, I'll think about, okay, what's the shape? What's the local color? What's the main light source acting on it? What's the reflected light? And then where the little highlights are on it. You know, I just break it down per object in the image. But I'm not very good at like going through the whole image and doing that, and then the next step, the whole image. You know, I lose track, I lose focus, and especially if I'm streaming like this, I'm gonna forget what I was doing. So, all right, I think I can leave the background alone for a little while. I'm not like totally happy with it, but I think it's good enough to at least start going on. There's a lot that I need to figure out in these middle ground characters, and especially the foreground dude. And the background is like not that important. It just needs to have, you know, all these lights and look rainy, and have human silhouettes. That's really all that's necessary. I could keep adding these little neon lights everywhere. It's pretty addicting. But again, I could also like later on in the painting do some finishing effects and dodge and adding in lights like that. That's a fun part. There's really no point in me noodling out the background at this point. But I continue to do it. The background around this central figure might need a little bit of noodling detail because it's going to be a focal area. Yep, middle ground umbrella people now. Liam Wong. That's cool. Yeah, I'll have to check that out later. That sounds cool. Probably a lot of like Hong Kong, the walled city. It's often an inspiration that comes up with this type of work. Years ago, I worked on a game pitch with, it was a game pitch idea that was in a setting like this. It was a retro future sci-fi setting. I did a ton of images that'll never see the light of day that are like this. Some of them are better than this. This is kind of, that was all photo bashy shit, so. That was years ago. That stuff will never see the light of day. I should have different shapes of umbrellas. These umbrellas are kind of all the same. This one can be more triangular. This one will be like swoopy at the top. Central figure, I'll make hers like transparent or something. Chinese umbrella? Yeah, I don't know. Maybe that could be like a Chinese sunbrella. All the figures look so gross right now. Put lights in umbrellas? Yep, that's right. totally gonna do that. Gotta take that smoke away. Is he a mugger? He's being a creeper. Sunbrella? Yeah, that's right. Sunbrella is a thing. People that wear that carry around umbrellas to block the sun. Yeah, he's just selling mugs, that's all. That's what a mugger is, right? Do you have folders of unfinished work too? Going through my computer and having so many files I never get back to. Yeah, there's a bunch. I have a ton of images. I make a lot of thumbnails and composition ideas, and then they sit in a folder. And then sometimes I resurrect them from just months, you know, months later I'll resurrect them and actually work on it. Like there's I can't remember what I did last week. Oh, 2 weeks ago I did an image that was from a thumbnail from years ago, a couple years ago. What would be the longest time you spent on one piece? There was a marketing piece that I did for Elder Scrolls Online. I spent a lot of time on that. They're on my blog. I did these marketing images. It's like a big battle scene with like 30 figures. I don't know, maybe like 20 figures on there. Too many. Oh, and that took, oh man, that took, I can't even remember. Yeah, a little more than 20 hours. Just because there's a lot of figures. God, stop! I think this album is just repeating over and over again. I just like the rain sounds. Can we know which one from Elder Scrolls? Yeah, it's on my blog. It's the last posts that I made maybe 2 years ago. It's like 2 marketing images.
Attention, Netflix Frank quitte ARTSTATION et qui arrive immédiatement 23D 296 en lunar cycle Iris et taxi CM standard. Attention.
Why? Because she's skinny? Blah 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 is following you. Thank you. Blah blah blah. I can't read that. Thank you so much. I'm trying to pull the character that I made. I made an Instagram post. Was it a couple days ago or a day ago? Last night? Oh my god. It was this image. That's the one I was talking about. Some detail shots. And this one as well. This one's a very large image. These images were about 10 to 12,000 pixels. Or maybe more, maybe like 15. Yeah, a lot of stuff. Those took a while. Yeah, the image... something I find that's really nice is that when you paint on a really large size file, large pixel size file, when you reduce it down, the images look nice. They just look nicer, like there's sort of a sharpen, automatic sharpen that happens. It's weird. Sick lady's getting all the attention. That's right. Reminds you of Transistor? That's awesome. I like Transistor. A good but flawed game. And the art was really good. Gen Z is the artist. Really good. Do you find that the speed of artists varies a lot at IMU? I don't know. I never think about that, like the speed. I think that I work pretty fast, or I can work pretty fast. But I don't really, this sounds bad, but I don't really pay attention to how fast or slow other people are working at work. I just assume they're all fine. I don't really think about, I just assume, oh, you know, I don't think of anyone as being slow at work. I don't, yeah, I mean, I don't know. I would say nobody's slow. I don't know really, like whether you're slow or fast is so relative to what you're working on. It just doesn't, I couldn't tell you. I mean, if you're spending a ridiculous amount of time, yeah, that's slow, but like, yeah, I don't know. Just don't think of it like that. I wouldn't worry about yourself, like whether you're fast or slow. Like the image is going to take as long as it takes. And you naturally get faster at something the more you do it. So I wouldn't like be so hung up on how fast or how slow you are. You know, good art takes time. Fabric folds. No ref. God damn it. Oh well. I kind of just see this as like a slightly more polished thumbnail. I didn't even get to my big stupid guy. I don't think darkening it changed it much. Except made the silhouette pop. That's really all I wanted. Is this painting Blade Runner influenced? Oh, the movie's released today in Germany? Well, you're right, it is, but don't spoil it. The soundtrack reminds me of Portal 2. Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, good times. I really enjoyed that game. Is this scene really happening, or is it a dream of an electric sheep? Nice. Man. And with the Matrix reference, too. Schmaze, how you doing? My brushes are... There's a link below the video on both Twitch and YouTube where you can download my brushes for free. Samp Art, thank you for the follow. Gonna have to wrap this up soon. There's still so much that I haven't figured out. Let's see how quickly I can do these other characters. I just downloaded your brushes yesterday and I'm in love. I have been struggling with digital painting, and your brushes make it feel so much more like I'm traditionally painting. Well, great. That's awesome. Those are the most fun brushes to use. Why does it sound like you're painting with the mouse? What you might be hearing is my mechanical keyboard clickety-clacketing. Clickety-clack-clack. That might be what you're hearing. I'm all over the keyboard on hotkeys and stuff, so... I like the narrative thing. Me too. Sometimes you don't always have it. But I'm referencing a painting that I did yesterday or 2 days ago. I don't remember. I posted on Instagram a little snapshot. A wee little snapshot. That's another image I got that I'm working on, so this is a fun little sister image for it. Jackie Packy, good morning. Yeah, I'm sorry about my annoying keyboard. No one said anything about it yet, until recently. I thought it was cool. No one could hear it. Yeah, she loves the clicking sound. It's like I'm a pro gamer or something. Playing StarCraft. That's where I first got really obsessed with hotkeys, because I played a lot of StarCraft. Big fan of those hotkeys. You love the sound of the keyboard? I bet if you look on YouTube, there's probably keyboard clicking sounds or like some ASMR video of someone clicking a keyboard. I'm sure that's totally a thing online. Yeah, if only I could like turn this stream into an ASMR stream while I'm painting. But just like whisper everything. It's like I forget, it is raining by the way in this scene, so I should make it look like these umbrellas are getting rained on a little bit. Oh, by the way, it's raining. No ASMR, that'd be the worst. S. Will Height. Good night. Just go on YouTube and look up an ASMR video. It'll freak you out. You won't believe, like, people listen to this? They've got millions of subscribers? What? What does this world come to? I think they're hilarious. I would rather listen to this, like thundering rainstorm, like the sound of rain, like that. That's relaxing, but like someone whispering, it's like, it kind of makes me feel uncomfortable. Danny Larson. I'm assuming catching the end. Yeah. We're wrapping up here.
Speed of light, 299
Oh, here's where I have to fast forward it a little bit.
458 meters.
And it looks like it's about the end. I need to change the music. Ah, just rain. That's nice. You want a week of rain? Alright, I'm gonna have to end it here. Well, where I'm at, it never rains, so you should enjoy that rain while you got it. Which way did I have it originally? This way, I think. That's sort of where we started. So I think we got a dent. We made a dent. And I'm gonna try to make this girl the focus, but also paint out the rest of these figures. And this guy, I didn't even touch him. So it turns out this image is going to require a lot more work. I mean, I could add some smoke, some color dodge, some film grain, and it would be okay. It'd be a nice hacky way to finish this up right now. But I'm not going to do that. Might have to work on it a little bit more some other time. But, you know, for a thumbnail, for a more realized thumbnail, it's not bad. It's got some potential. There's a lot of stuff I need to fix, but... So I was wondering, well, you're asking me what my favorite paintings were, and I would say I don't have any of the, I don't think of it that way. I've done like 30 streams. I think Zen, you were probably in most all of them, and I think probably Jeepster. There's probably more people, but I should have a vote in which. I don't know if I could set up a poll, but which stream image turned out the best? Which was the best stream? I guess it doesn't even matter about the image, or maybe the stream. Which stream was the best? There's only a couple of you who probably watched all of them. But be curious to know. Anyways, because I don't think about that. Yeah, the feedback one, I probably will do that again. I'll probably do that again sometime soonish, within the next 5 or so. But I'll let you guys know when that's coming up. Let me look at the Discord. But that's not really like an image that I did. But yeah, that was probably the best like interaction stream. I think those are always best, right? Because it's all about interaction. So interaction is probably, you know, the best thing for you guys. So I'm not like sitting here ignoring you while I'm trying to paint this thing. Let's see, art challenge. Alrighty. Let's pull this down here. The old house, the overgrown house from last week. Yeah, that was fun. Alright, let's see. I don't really want to know who did what until I pick. So these I'm assuming are all of them here, right? I saw this one before. But I'll open that one up again. I'm assuming it's for that. Okay. Uh-huh. Very cool. I like the dappled lighting. I like some of the looseness in there. It's interesting. Just not caring, but just only focusing on the important things, which is, you know, keeping your edges on the swing set really nice and sharp, then letting a lot of edges go. It's really nice. Good warm and cool feelings here. Feels like autumn. I love that. Another fall image. Very cool. Lots of texture. I like the sense of scale. Like these foreground leaves feel a little bit, you know, feel really large, and then as they recede back, they have a good, it has a good sense of scale and distance. The texture less so. I wish the texture felt like it receded back just as much as the leaves did. The texture in the foreground, or closer to the foreground, looks really nice, but doesn't quite recede back. Very textural and painterly. I feel like I should look at this one at a distance. It's cool. And what is this? Just, oh, some references or inspiration. And then he worked on it a little bit more. Oh, yeah, a little foreground tree there. Yeah, look at that. Trees are fun. A watercolor of the mountains. Plein air, that's good. Getting outside and painting. This is an abstract fall painting, I'm assuming. In Japan. Oh, is this virtual plein air? Somewhere in Japan. That's cool. Just needs more time on it. Looks a little unfinished. But lots of little details in there to get through. Seems like a very crowded image with lots of detail. And this one is pretty nice, watercolor. I think I like this one the most, just for the fact that like the colors feel really just real juicy, and it really does like feel like fall. I could tell like if this was a virtual plein air, you're probably pushing things quite a bit, and yeah, pushing the color and the light and the shadow. You got that cool light here and the very warm, or the cool shadow here and a very warm light. It's not overly saturated though, where it feels like too corny, but it all works together pretty well. So who did this one? I would go with this a close second, but I know this one's Sean Paints, so Sean can't win all of them. But this one's very nice as well. I like the edges. But if it had like the kind of juiciness of those colors, I would totally go with that. And this one's really nice too, for the feeling of scale and texture. So those are the ones that I like, you know, that pop out to me. And Zeb, really good job on the plein air. Keep going with that. Try to use a larger size brush if you can, like if you're doing watercolor. Use like a 1/2 inch brush, and maybe paint like a smaller study and try to force yourself to simplify everything down. I could say the same thing, but only digital here. All right, who is that? Who is that one? Who did that one? Isby. Map crunching. I could tell it's Sean's. I could just look at that and just tell immediately. Paint over feedback stream was the best. Yeah, I'll do another one of those soon. Good job, everybody. Thanks for participating. That's really cool. Oh, this rain sounds are making me sleepy. I gotta go. Thanks for joining me, guys. Oh, that was yours? Force yourself to simplify? Yeah, you should. Okay. Good night, everybody. Thanks for joining in. Later.